looking at something more serious. An area of Saracens' game, Jim, at the weekend, which I thought was very impressive, was the way that they took on the guard and the second defender. So, I don't know if you saw it, but it was a really good piece of attacking play.
No, I did, yeah. Their attack was something that obviously has evolved over the last 2 or 3 years. The coaches they've got there, Kevin Sorrell, Joe Shaw, they do a fantastic job, but a lot of it was off front foot as well, and Ben Spencer being able to snipe around the breakdown. Yeah,
Spencer was influential. Let's take a closer look at it, Ben. And basically, it's all about getting 3 runners in action at the same time. You've got Liam Williams on the blind side, and then you've got Lazowski and Rhodes all running. Now, you've got 3 guys taking on 2 defenders, making both of them make decisions. So, effectively, upping the probability of one of them making the wrong one.
All you're trying to do is open up a gap between 2 of the defenders by overloading them, and the 9's just then got to make the right decision. A few years ago, this sort of drifted out. People used to target this area, but defences became so good around the breakdown that actually that stopped happening and people looked wider out. But now, because they're defending wider out, it's all cyclical in rugby. It's gone back to an opportunity around the breakdown.
Saracens being Saracens, attacking weak defenders. So with that in mind, Jim, can you stand in here for us? As
weak defender?
Well, obviously.
Right, run at me, Oz. Come on, run at me, mate.
Right, we won't support you, Oz. Go on.
OK. So what they're actually trying to set up in this scenario is they're trying to isolate these 2 guys. So 9 comes round the corner. He's got his winger on his shoulder. And what he wants to do is he wants the second defender to think that the winger is free. So the second defender bites in, closes his shoulders off, and allows that space for a runner like you, Ben. So how do you time that line?
Well, the best way, actually, if it's gone to a far side breakdown, is to be really lazy, which I was very good at, getting over to the breakdown, because then all the eyeballs aren't on you. They're looking at the people in front of them, but more importantly, back at the breakdown. And you can target shoulders in behind players. And then as you get there, you can accelerate, you get your timing spot on, and you'll get to the point where it's too late for them to react. So if a hole has opened up and you make the right decision, we're bound to go through.
So this often can happen actually off slow ball, medium pace ball. Doesn't have to be fast. And in some ways, you're better off it not being quick because you want the 2 guard and bodyguards to get in place. So let's just run through one and see what we're looking at. Spencer comes out. He just holds this guy, waits for him to bite in and pushes it across, and we send one of the larger forwards through the gap. But for you there, defensively, what is your role as the second defender? What's your job?
Well, it was different on that one where Rhodes went through because it was static. Ben Spencer didn't run. But on some of the other ones that we saw, I think most teams now are looking into the breakdown. They're looking at the ruck. They're looking at what the 9's doing, and they're also looking at the blind winger. So they've got a lot to think about in here. And then obviously you've got 2 or 3 options that we saw Saracens had at the weekend.
But sometimes you get a slightly more intelligent defender, Ben, out at third place. If you can remove yourself, we'll bring a more intelligent defender. Well, OK, we'll bring Hugo in to this 3rd position. And what are you looking at here?
Well, it's the reactions, because what you're trying to do is he's going to make the decision and he's got to react to it. If he's slow reacting, the gap opens up between these two guys. If he's quick reacting, it's the next guy out that becomes the person under pressure. If he's slow reacting, it can go across the face to me. As long as I let this guy lead the charge, as we come up together, you can either fire it to me, but if Hugo bites on me, it goes across my face into this guy.
Well, let's give it a go and see if we can break one out. This guy's on the shoulder really early. We bite in, we break it out, and then we throw the ball across, and the guy goes through in the midfield channel. If you break through the midfield, we all know it, it's try time.